I love animations and I love Christmas films, so I'm always happy to give any festive animation a go. Unfortunately, Santa Goes West is not a good film. This was released in 2021. It's directed by James Snider, written by BC14, and we have Eli James voicing Santa. The voice acting is probably the only decent thing about this. No issues with any of the voice acting. There are two reasons why this doesn't work. One, the animation is really ugly. It might appeal to some people, but it's definitely not to my taste. And two, the narrative is just so boring. The main characters are all animals, which is fine. I wasn't expecting that, but it's not a problem. And one character in particular, a donkey called Tucker, is trying to find a get rich quick scheme. And it's set in the West, hence the title. And some of the animals go to tell Santa Claus about this. This is set during summertime. Santa Claus is actually having a break, of course, but despite this, he agrees to go to Westopia and talk to the mayor, to Tucker, and, well, try and resolve this problem. I knew the basic premise when I was going into it, and I thought, yeah, this sounds like it could be quite interesting. Let's see what it's like. I feel like there could be some good messages about greed and tricking people. And yeah, those messages are in there, but unfortunately, the delivery of those messages, the actual narrative itself, is boring, it is slow. Apart from the presence of Santa Claus, it's not a Christmas film, and that's definitely something that's worth bearing in mind. If you're looking for a Christmas film, a film to get you in the mood for the festive season, this isn't it. And that's not because it's set in July. There are plenty of films where Christmas is off season or Santa Claus is doing things outside of the festive period, and they're still quite festive. They still have a strong Christmas element. Santa Claus has no business being in this film. His role just is a bit ludicrous, and he's clearly put in this to help market it as a Christmas film because Christmas films typically do quite well, and it didn't work. The animation, as I said, is very unsightly and not satisfying to look at. I did like the variety in the animals. There is a good variety in the different characters, and I wouldn't say that that's a good thing about the film, but it's certainly something that helped to make it borderline watchable. It's a very tedious experience, but because the animals all look very different, even though I don't like the animation style, it at least gave me something a little bit different to look at every time we focus on a different character. But aside from that, in fact, not even aside from that, it's not even a redeeming quality. There isn't anything about this film that worked well. The animation is horrible, the narrative is slow, the Christmas aspect or the Santa aspect really doesn't need to be there. It doesn't make any difference. Do I recommend it? Only if you're curious. Only if you want to see what it's like. But personally, while I had no specific expectations for Santa Goes West, I was hoping it would be okay, and unfortunately, I struggled to get through it. It isn't a good film.